What's good with y'all? I got y'all another banger video. Today we're gonna react to the end of Salt Bae. Now I don't know who Salt Bae is, but we got this video with Jamari. He's gonna explain who this guy is. I guess he got canceled or something. So we finna go ahead and check this out. Before we get too deep inside this video, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And let me hit my intro right quick. Money, 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 money. Alright, let's see what this song talking about. Let's see what this video is talking about. I'm uploading 5 bids for y'all. All of them should hit 1,000 views. Now let's see what this video is
So
talking
over
about.
the years online, there have been thousands of memes that have come and gone. And while some remain timeless relics in internet history, others do not pass the test of time and kind of fade out to never really be used again.
That meme is classic.
Others do not pass the test of time.
Who knows about this meme, bro? I use this meme when I see a goofball do some goofball stuff. I post this meme all the time. This meme is very classic.
And kind of fade out to never really be used again. Yes, the lifespan of a meme can be days.
That's my favorite meme, or the Shrek one. Those two are top 5. The Shrek one is top 5 for sure.
Months, years, or even decades.
Bro, that Jordan one? Oh my gosh, they're saying so many legendary memes in this video. The Jordan, Shrek, that Spider-Man one. We got so many classic memes.
But even more interesting to me, though, is when someone becomes a full-blown living meme.
My name is András Arato, but people might know me as Hide the Pain Harold.
Or at least creates a career off of going viral. You have people who have become full-blown comedians with strong fan bases off of one video. Of course, you have your Hawk Tuas and the Catch Me Outside girls of the world. But one of the more annoying people to go viral off of their meme was this guy Salt Bae back in 2017, who started popping off after he went viral for his methods of salting a steak.
Yeah, this video just pissed me off. I don't care how nobody does. He did too much. He had to do all that for the steak. If you don't get you a salt shaker and just shake the salt, he didn't have to do all that, man. That was so unnecessary. This video already just made me mad within the first minute of watching it. He didn't have to do all this. This bullshit right here, man. He could have just kept it simple. But instead, he had to do this. Like, come on, man. We got salt shakers and stuff. It's not the 70s and 80s no more, bro. Weak ass shirt. Who wears shirts like that, man?
I feel like this was something that the dumbest person you know found absolutely hilarious. You know,
I found that very angry. I didn't see that funny. I feel like you gotta have low IQ cells to see that as funny.
a real genius like me could not understand the appeal of his little party trick, but I digress. You know, I guess I just don't want the salt bouncing off that dirty ass elbow before it touches my food.
I make a video. Our waiter, I ask him, can you take a picture and video for me? I make one big tomahawk, and then I cut, very nice, and then I put the salt, you know, with the sun, you know, like a rain, like a snow.
Now either way, this meme took the world by storm with SNL skits. You had people doing celebrations of touchdowns.
Bro, who the fuck is doing that? That's not cool. You doing this in football, bro? Bro, you doing this as a touchdown special? This is kind of like, you know what? I don't want to get canceled. My career just started, bro. Let me not even do it.
With this, you had others.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm like, I'm gonna get canceled. Now let me not even do it. Let me not even do it. They gonna cancel me,
dressing
man.
up as this guy for Halloween, cosplaying as the Salt Bae.
In Turkey, this is how you pour your salt on.
We have a man who became a billionaire from salt.
Yes.
From salt. You can all put salt on. He did it the best. Bam.
And soon after all this commotion, Salt Bae would capitalize on this and continue going viral by putting his meat into his customers' mouths all across the
Bro, that's some TOS boy shit, man. I'm not feeding another man no steak. I'm sorry, bro. I don't care what anybody says. You feed your brother, you feed anybody a popcorn piece, you feed anybody a shrimp bite, and you put it on a fork and you feed it to another guy. That's TOS. You know. Shout out all the TOS boys out there. Shout out all the guys that are just like guys, and I'm just not into that type of shit. I can't feed another dude this. That's just not me. So him doing this is kind of zesty, man.
country.
Like, you feeding Steve, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, are they finding this shit normal?
You know, I don't know about you guys, but to me, this all has the same energy as the guys who be going to town at the hibachi. Yes, chef, shoot it in my mouth, please. Like, what the fuck are you doing, son?
Exactly, it's weird. Like, I'm not feeding another dude. That's like you getting a wine bottle or a Hennessy bottle and you driving a boat on a guy. That shit is nasty, bro. It's not player. Bruh, I can't do that. I can't. I got too much morals for that, man.
To me, this shit is Diddy coded all day. In fact, in doing research for this video, I found various instances of him hanging out with Diddy, getting shoutouts from him.
Out, this your boy Puff Daddy. I'm here with my brother Salt Bay. He's sprinkling us with that flavor, man.
Hey, we know you. If he fed this dude some steak, if he fed Diddy steak, it's over. We know what he is, man. It's not even. He can't even hide it now. If you fed Diddy some steak, we know what Salt Bay. We know what side Salt Bay on, bro. We know what it is.
The man has finesse, style, and he's a genius at what he does. He's a one-on-one. Yes. Congratulations to my brother Salt Bay. Yeah. My brother Salt Bay.
Yeah, like I said, he a TOS boy. It's over. It's not even hidden. You feed niggas steaks and you doing this? Yeah, I don't care. It's over.
And he was apparently even in one of his commercials.
Blue Dot is about love, celebration.
I mean, don't tell me that these guys didn't hit at least one steak with that baby oil salts combo. And this guy would get real disrespectful with this shit. It's not like a fun little trick where your dog catches food in their mouth. Hell no, he was putting his meat in various women's mouths in a very sexual manner, all while their husband was picking up the tab. I even found this video where the guy made it very clear that shit was not going to happen. He would not be going down like Adam Twain 2.
Went to Salt B.A.E.'s restaurant, and my fiancé was not going to let.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's some freak boy shit. Like, him just feeding steaks to dudes is weird to me. And if you let your girl do this, you need to break up with her. You let this guy feed him your girl a steak, you gotta either whoop his ass or leave your girl. And she agree to that, you gotta let him tell him no. You're not doing this in my face. Shout out this guy for standing on business, man.
That man feed me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Shout out that guy for standing on business. You ain't finna feed my girl no steak.
Thank you.
Now, regardless of how I feel, the Salt Bay is apparently a very successful person who comes from extremely humble beginnings. His father was a mine worker and he grew up in this 2-bedroom home with no electricity or running water. Dropping out of school at 13, he became an apprentice to a butcher and the rest is really history. Opening numerous steakhouses since 2010, of course going viral, and amassing a very large personal fortune in the tens of millions of dollars. At his restaurant, people were regularly paying thousands of dollars for these golden steaks.
What the fuck? Bro, who the hell doing that? I'm sorry, I don't think I can go to his restaurant. Thousands, though? That nigga rich as fuck, bro. I'm pretty sure he's like a billionaire for sure. They paying thousands on steak, he's rich as fuck.
And if that shit does not scream, I love social media validation, and it controls my mind, I don't know what does.
Cappuccino!
Yeah, I can't be around this. He's a weirdo. Me and this nigga would never be friends. I can't. If I ever see him on Instagram, I'm gonna have to block him. Shit, let me do that shit right now, actually. Fuck that. Alright. There we go. Job is done. We don't allow that type of activity around me. Hell nah.
But it's crazy when you think somebody has spent 615,000 dirhams on food at your restaurant. How does it make you feel?
Make me feel very happy.
Why is it so expensive?
We are not expensive. This is, perception, not reality.
In general, I feel like these trendy spots that people like to go, I always leave wondering why the fuck I just spent $200 to $300 on a very mid-dinner. It's like when I went to Hell's Kitchen, the risotto was cold. I was looking around like, where the fuck is Gordon Ramsay when I...
Oh, hell no. Imagine you go to Hell's Kitchen, your food cold. I'll be mad as fuck. I'll cuss out. I'll put terrible reviews on Gordon Ramsay shit. I'll keep cussing out Gordon Ramsay inside the Google review. So you telling me Gordon Ramsay got a chef spot with cold food? Hey, we gotta call these people out. This ain't okay. Gordon Ramsay, you need to fire these motherfuckers. Whoever making their customers food cold.
Need him. Well, at least I can get a shirt that tells me to piss off after he runs my pockets with a $30 beer. Either way, a couple of years back I talked about how Salt Bae is always clout hungry since he got his first taste of fame. And he actually caught a lot of flack for this at the World Cup back in 2022.
Let's think about it. Yeah. Well, you think if he plays in MLS for the next 3 years, there's a World Cup in the States. Right there. They come asking...
Bro, why is he harassing Messi, bro? Don't grab me like that. You see how he grabbed that nigga?
There's a World Cup in the States.
He obviously don't want to talk to you, Salt Bae. Look at this nigga.
Right there. They come asking.
Grabbing his shoulder and shit, man. Hey, some of y'all gotta chill with y'all want. If you want clout, bro, stop forcing it. It's gonna just naturally come. Like, come on, they be tripping out here.
And with Messi being one of the most famous people on the planet, it obviously got a lot of attention when he was ignoring Salt Bae. Because basically he took the biggest moment in these guys' lives and tried to make it about himself. And some of these photos were just downright ridiculous. Also keep in mind, with him being from Turkey, he really had no connection to Argentina who won that year. And weeks before this all went down, he was sucking off Ronaldo on Instagram, and then he was out here on the pitch begging Messi for a picture. But the guy was simply clout chasing and everyone knew it, and this motherfucker really thought that he was part of the team.
Why did you go onto the World Cup pitch after the final, touch the World Cup, and kiss the World Cup? What were you thinking?
You know, I love Argentina. I love football.
Man, shut your ass up. Salt Bae, you know damn well you don't watch football. Well, you probably watch football. It's just like you were just trying to get some flicks so you could get some more money. Sometimes people go for clout for more money. He's just trying to get more sales on his business. You see Messi fuck with you or Ronaldo fuck with you, it's gonna make you more people want to come. That makes sense. But I ain't gonna lie, Salt Bae, this is an L, man.
And this is the accident. My mistake. Before I don't know the rules. Now I know the rules.
Of course, after the clips went viral, this got him banned from several future events, and I feel like it kind of stuck a fork in the whole Salt Bae movement, or at least so we thought. Now, before we get into the current day demise of Salt Bae, after all those people stopped purchasing those overpriced steaks, I want to tell you guys about a great purchase you can make with the sponsor of today.
Hey, shout you out, Jamari, but if I'm not getting paid on these sponsors, man, I can't even have this in my vid, bro. I'm sorry. Like, all them sponsors, man, y'all can't be doing that to me. You ain't paying me $1, bro? Shit, give me at least $50 and I'll have it in my video. But you're not getting nothing in my vid. I'm sorry. Fuck that.
2025, you know, I think our best year.
So that was a fucking lie.
Now, the last 2.5 years, Salt Bae has been trying to keep his relevance hanging on by a thread. The guy has to have spent a fortune purchasing the most fake followers I've ever seen. Like, yes, he was viral, but I do not really see a world where he could amass 52 million followers.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know about this nigga until now, so I don't think he got 52 million. He probably got 2 M's, 3 M's. I didn't know about Salt Bae until I clicked on this video, so I think those followers are fake too.
He's also still been trying to show up to events, including a Champions League after party, where he was promptly removed because, honestly, who gives a damn about the Salt Bae? They knew he was just there to chase clout. This was the first time he had gone viral since the World Cup incident, and obviously after that one was so publicly an issue, people really don't seem to want this guy around. It just feels like one of those things where he thinks he's much more important than he truly is to other people. He did try to save face in this situation, acting like he just so happened to be waiting around near this entrance to this high-profile party, claiming that there were thousands of other people who wanted to see him and not these other celebrities, and that he was really just there to sign autographs and take pictures with.
Man, nobody gives a fuck about this nigga, man. He ain't all that. You just put salt on a steak, bro. You're not that guy. See, like, y'all gotta learn how to humble yourselves, man. Hey, maybe it was people out there. Let me not hate on them. Maybe it was people there that's trying to get photos with him, but still, it's like, is this guy really that money hungry? Like, this felt forced.
His apparent fans, even going as far as to claim that this clip of him and his friends clearly being denied access to this party was apparently created by AI. I mean, talk about an absolutely pathetic excuse. Like, yes, AI has gotten a little bit more realistic in recent times, but this shit was obviously 100% real. Like, is that gonna be the new excuse people use when bad shit comes out about them? Is that like the new version of, oh, I got hacked?
Wow, bro. Offset really said that shit? That's wild. But hey, I ain't gonna lie, the more I get to learn about this Salt Bae guy, he ain't really like crazy to me, bro. He don't do nothing entertaining. He just puts salt on a steak, and it's funny. But that's crazy. This guy is like a meme. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna post a meme on him on Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all follow my Twitter at Money Commando, bro. I'm gonna post a meme about Salt Bae on my Twitter, bro.
You love this. That's why you make videos all the time now?
Now very important. Everybody waiting.
Now, beyond people being tired of his 8-year-old shtick, the man's business has also taken a turn for the worst. For instance, at one time his London steakhouse was doing well over $13 million in revenue per year. But that number—
$13 million per year? Hey, I'm shutting that bitch down once it turns 13 M's and flip that money and chill. I'm retiring after that. Some niggas just gotta learn how to just chill off their money.
Has now slowed to just 2.2 million. This is a loss of revenue by over 80% in just 3 years, and that number has been steadily declining by almost 50% year over year, which is typically a clear indication that a business is dying rapidly. Now, whether this was a side effect of a bad global economy, or his flame is just finally burning out, we do not really know, but it's likely a combination of several things. Most likely the fact that people finally realized that it's fucking stupid to spend $1,500 on a steak to wrap in sheets of gold that costs nothing. Like, even the experience itself with this little man feeding his meat into your mouth was always dumb. Still, Salt Bae has been trying to save face by changing the pricing on his menu and apparently dedicating himself to making his business go green. But this has all obviously not been working, with some former staff members even alleging that this guy was stealing their tips to try and help save his bottom line.
Yeah, he's done. I don't think there's no saving this motherfucker. It's like, he's cooked. If you stealing your own employees' tips, it means you really going broke.
He also had other allegations of various discrimination, and it was also rumored that even when he was doing well, making all this money off his overpriced steaks, he was still paying highly skilled staff only a little bit more than minimum wage. And now it has actually been announced that Salt Bae would be closing down several of his restaurants, including the location in Los Angeles as well as Las Vegas. And this adds to a longer list of failed ventures from Dallas to a New York City burger joints, as well as a restaurant in Boston that have all closed this.
That shit look tough though. I ain't gonna lie, that's a tough little doorway. But he closed this down
last year.
You opened here in New York. Why was this the next city that you wanted to open in?
New York is center of the world. If you success in New York, all over the world, success.
To me, this is a clear indication that his brand is pretty much dead, and no matter how hard he tries to revive it and make it look like it's all good, that is simply not the reality. I mean, it's truly amazing to me how someone who starts out so humble can turn into such a clout chaser. And you would think that coming from nothing, he would provide more for his staff and not be allegedly stealing these tips. But honestly, this guy seems like a pretty self-involved jerk to me, and someone who is definitely not worthy of online fame. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this Salt Bae update down below. But as always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. Y'all make sure to check out the sponsor of today's video.
Oh yeah, we're good off that. But man, alright, that was an interesting video on that Salt Bae guy. I learned a lot. Hope people don't scam y'all fans, bro. Like, that's my main thing. But that was very interesting. That was very interesting to learn about. And I learned that he's a TOS boy. You don't feed steaks to dudes unless you like dudes. That's another thing I learned. But that was interesting overall. Hope y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.